What's up everybody? We're standing outside of our newest project here in Austin, Texas. We're gonna give you a first look walkthrough of what it looks like before we ever remodel these homes. So this video is gonna walk you through the entire renovation projects from start to finish at the very end. So make sure you watch till the end. We haven't even seen the inside of this house, but maybe once or twice. Just closed on it yesterday and we're gonna walk you guys through.
Come inside and let's take a look. All right, we're standing in the living room. Right when you walk in the door, we have this really unique stone wall here. We were kind of back and forth on if we wanted to take it out or just put like a lime wash, a finish on it, just kind of brighten it up. It feels kind of dark and dingy in this room.
I think it looks cool. I think it looks really unique. Like, you don't walk in other homes and see a unique curved stone wall like this very often. Like, how often do you walk in a home and actually see something like this? I think like when you walk in, it just gives buyers like a look at something. It's like, wow, I've never seen this before. It's something super cool. And like even this, like, this, I think, you know, we can fill this up with some plants inside the house, like real plants.
You could even take it out at this point and allow more walking room.
Other than that, I mean, it's like basic renovations in this room. We're gonna, you know, change the floors into a vinyl plank. We're gonna change the ceiling fan.
This modern ceiling fan. Actually, what you'll see in the kitchen too, this entire wall up to here is going to be out. So it's going to be an island in the kitchen, but we'll show you guys that soon.
All right, so now we're in the dining room space, sort of like dining room here, breakfast table is gonna go here. It's pretty basic renovations in here. We have these really cool beams that are just like gorgeous, but the type of wood they're covered up with right now is obviously not that pretty.
We're gonna keep the beams. I love the roof line of this dining room, so we're gonna keep that. We're gonna take out these popcorn ceilings and wrap the beams with cedar. So we'll stain those or either just put like a satin finish on them, just kind of highlight the wood. We'll sheetrock all of these walls, paint it a nice white crisp color. We're kind of back and forth on these floors, whether or not we want to keep them.
They're super, so the floors are super neat. I think like we both agree that they're super cool. The trick is we have this kitchen cabinetry here. We have to make sure the floors are actually ran under the cabinets.
Let's actually demo and see if the floors run under these cabinets.
And this first time, how about that? Let me tell you what, they built the hell out of it. Ah, so it's not. All right, so if you zoom in, okay, you can see our tile ends right here. And that's usually why these pieces of shoe molding are actually installed in the first place, is to actually cover up that gap. So that's kind of what I feared. Like, the tile's not installed under the cabinets. So when we take these out and redo this layout, all this is gonna have to be floored over, replaced. So unfortunately, not only are we gonna have to not highlight the cool floors, but also we gotta remove them now, which is gonna be interesting.
Now we're standing in the kitchen and we're gonna talk to you guys about how we're gonna reform this layout. So as we said in the living room, from the dishwasher all the way, this wall is coming out. We're taking out this existing peninsula island and we're going to add the island right here. So with that being said, the fridge is gone. So we're going to have to relocate this fridge and this pantry. So we were thinking moving it all to this side, fridge, pantry, moving the stove, having a microwave vent hood, keeping the sink where it's at and the dishwasher where it's at.
So there's an issue with that. We'll talk about it. We have this beam here. Everybody wants to see we have this beam here. If we are to remove the cabinets, we remove this cabinet here and we want to put a fridge like say here. The fridge can't be taller than the beam because now we have, you know, like obviously it can't fit. So that's going to take some thought behind that because we just need to make sure that we're able to fit a fridge here. I think it can be done, especially if we do something like a, I don't know, maybe like a pantry cabinet or something here.
Yep.
I don't know.
And then fridge on the other side.
And then maybe the fridge on the other side of the beam, right?
Yep.
So that
might just be what we have to do to make it fit in the space.
Yeah, it's something a little bit funky about this kitchen. You know, you got like, you just have this awkward beam here that you have to work with that really kind of, so it's going to make it a little tough. Like it's going to take a little bit of work from us to make this right, but I think we can do something really cool with it.
I think so too.
Yeah, definitely.
Put a TV right there.
Okay.
Dude, right? drop a TV down right there, man. Like, dude, super cool. All right, we're gonna walk into the garage here, coming into the laundry room. Not only are we gonna talk to you guys about what we're gonna do here, but we're gonna talk on ourselves. We don't even know what we're gonna do here.
Yeah, we're still trying to kind of figure out this layout.
So, you know, one thing we have to do is we have to include this in the square footage of the house. You know, from an investment standpoint, if we can add another, call it 80 square feet from this room to the living square footage, we're talking probably like $15,000 to $20,000 of value on the resale. But we have to figure out how to make it functional. So there's like some key elements that we have to do. We do have to add a door here from in the house, but that's not a big deal. We have to add an air duct in here. It's actually included in the living square footage, but like making it feel functional is what we're like struggling with right now.
Right,
so,
yeah, because we have to make sure a washer dryer will fit here with this water heater. So we're just trying to figure out.
Right, the floor's got to get raised up. So we have a big layout, like a big change here from the house to the laundry room. It's going to be like probably like an 8-inch drop down, which is a lot.
Yeah.
And then also like the floors are unlevel in here, so we have to raise up the floors. It's going to be kind of a pain in the butt. I don't know. You think we ought to do like, you know, the issue is flooring, right? Like how do we make this look right? So you think we do tile?
I definitely think we raise up the floor and we do a nice pattern tile in here. And kind of what I was thinking was laundry rooms and half baths are a great space to just do something fun. It doesn't have to really flow much with the rest of the house. So I was thinking of painting this like a dark, moody color. All right, now we're taking you guys to one of our guest bedrooms in the house. Good size. We're going to, just pretty basic, change out these floors, change the fan, new paint, new trim. If you've been watching us for a while, you know that we love our shelving and we really, really love to just demo out all the closets and start fresh. I think storage is very key when someone's buying a home.
Yeah, so these are gonna get like the full treatment. I mean, demo all of this. We're gonna do some really unique closet build outs. We'll be sure to show you guys how they turn out at the end, but watch till the big reveal. They're gonna end up being incredible.
All right, let's take you guys into the guest bathroom.
This baby's seen better days.
It has. Pretty decent sized bathroom though. Our plan is to take out these floors, do a really cool terrazzo floor, take out this vanity. We're gonna add a double sink, white oak vanity, double mirrors, double lights. We're actually going to take out this entire cabinet and sheetrock it and just do like shelves within the sheetrock.
Yeah.
Like that mid-century look.
That was a little weird to try to figure out in the first place, was like what to do about this cabinet here, because like when you're thinking about things like this, you don't want to put a vanity that's that long. It's going to be so expensive to buy. Yeah. So like we have to put a smaller vanity, just a 5-foot vanity, and we just have to make this look normal. So Sarah found a really great inspiration picture we're going to follow.
I did.
One thing that's cool that I want to show you guys. Look how like good of an idea this was when they built it. It's for your dirty laundry. You put your laundry basket in there and just drop your dirty laundry right in. Like, such a great idea when they built it. I wish we could keep it.
We are gonna take this paneling out. I just think with this mid-century design, this is more of a traditional style, so that's gonna go.
And then obviously this tub.
Yeah, change the tub. This black wall is gonna be a really cool statement tile, and then the sidewalls are just gonna be white, which is what we do in a lot of our projects.
Yeah, this baby's gotta go. All right, now we're in the primary bedroom. Primary bedroom is gonna receive pretty much the same thing that the guest bedrooms get. New fan, we're gonna replace all the outlets and switches, new floors. Closet here is gonna get a full rework just like the other closets, but this primary bathroom is what's gonna get majority of the renovation.
You can tell already someone did a DIY to this bathroom.
We're gonna install like a full new tile shower here. It's gonna be the same size, sort of kind of the same layout too, but it's just gonna be all new tile, gonna look really great. New vanity, new toilet. I don't know, so are we keeping the paneling in here?
No, we're gonna remove it just like the other bathroom. So,
okay, so remove the paneling. New mirror, light, all that good stuff. Everything else is gonna stay about the same as far as layout, but it's just gonna get a total rework. So this is gonna be a huge transformation whenever this is done.
Absolutely. So we're stepping out into the back patio. Really, this exterior doesn't need much work. The previous owner had just repainted the siding, so.
Yeah, they actually did a pretty good job on the color too. Like color's not bad. I mean, obviously we're gonna need like new light fixtures on the outside. The roof has to get replaced, so that is one thing that we're doing.
We are changing all the windows, all the doors.
Yeah, one thing that I really like about this house, especially this back patio, like it sucks that there's no covering. Like I always hate that there's not a covering over the back patio, right? But one thing that it does have that's pretty neato is this little planter here. I think it's so cool. Yeah. It came original with the house. It's the same stone. You can tell it's the same aging. We're gonna be able to plant something really cool and like build something neat to give it like give this patio a little something.
We'll add a lot of really cool flowers and stuff in there.
Yeah, so. Unfortunately in the budget though, like we just don't have it in the budget to add an actual awning over this, so.
But good thing is there is a lot of trees in this backyard, so a lot of good shading back
They got gorgeous oak trees in this thing, so that's really cool about it. So outside, not a whole lot of work. It's gonna be really fast, but it's still gonna be a big transformation with those windows and doors, so stick around for that.
All right, guys, a lot going on in here right now. So you can see a lot of materials. People are in here, they're working. We have a lot of tradesmen. You can just kind of see we haven't really done much to this stone wall yet, but we are gonna do a lime wash. So at the very end, here's the biggest transformation so far. We have cabinets being installed today, but we ended up taking out this entire wall.
Yeah.
So,
you might remember like a giant wall here, all that is gone. So completely open up this entire room.
Yeah, we talked about at first taking it out from the dishwasher, but we decided let's just take out this entire thing. We're gonna have all of our cabinets, a giant peninsula island. So yeah, that's what's happening.
Yeah, all new cabinets, countertops are coming in tomorrow. We've changed out the windows. We did a lot of the electrical and little things like that. Plus stuff really nobody's interested in, but the main thing is just the amount that it opened up this space.
So we ended up wrapping the existing beams in cedar. As you can see, they just finished it out.
Probably the coolest thing in this project so far, honestly. These cedar beams are just incredible. Before it was wrapped with a really ugly pine. It was like a dark stain, just looked terrible, extremely dated. Cedar's really in right now, especially in Texas. But I mean, these beams just turned out absolutely gorgeous. We're just gonna clear them with just a total satin finish. No stain. It's gonna just pull out that natural wood look. It's gonna be incredible.
Yeah. You guys probably remember there being a door right here, and that led directly to the garage. So we actually, to add square footage to this house, we moved the door here, and now it is going straight to the laundry room.
Yep, we talked about doing this laundry room, adding it in for the square footage, just for the sake of the value of the home. So like we said, it's probably like a $5,000 expense, but ends up being probably $20,000, $25,000 on the value. So able to close it in. We've moved all the electrical inside of the walls. We re-leveled the floors. We're gonna be doing a nice tile flooring in there. Added it to, added heating and cooling. So that's really awesome too, and yeah. All right, guest bathroom. We got a lot of changes happening in here. You guys remember the cabinet with the cool laundry thing here? We took that out and we did these really cool sheetrock shelves. We kind of showed our guys an inspiration for this and just kind of let them run with it, and we can't be happier with the turnout. This turned out awesome.
Yeah, they turned out so great.
Yep.
They just killed it.
Yep.
So we have, right now, currently they're laying the tile, so you can kind of see what's going on here. We have a vertical stacked on the back wall, and then the side walls are a horizontal stack. So.
Yep. New vanity coming in. We had to add plumbing here so that we can make it a double vanity. So the walls will cut open. We're gonna be sealing that up here pretty soon so we can install the new vanity. But yeah, new vanity going here. We're getting a new toilet, obviously everything like that. But yeah, just tiles in progress right now. We're getting ready for paint, things like that.
Yep. So here we're in the guest bedroom. I always love for every project to lay out a flat lay of all the materials we're using. So I'll kind of just walk through and tell you guys what's happening. So this is the shower floor in the primary bathroom. These walls are going to be laid in a horizontal stack in the primary bathroom. This is the kitchen backsplash. We have the kitchen cabinet hardware coming in too. And then we have the guest bath walls. The back wall is this vertical stack tile, and then the side walls are the horizontal stacked.
All right, walking into the primary bedroom, we didn't do a whole lot in here. We'll show you guys the closets and things like that, but we want to show you guys this master bath. So we've got a lot of work going on in here right now. The main thing is this primary shower. I mean, it's turning out incredible. Sarah sourced this beautiful, it's almost like a black, like a grayish black tile.
It's like a charcoal gray.
Yeah, charcoal gray tile. We're laying it all in a horizontal stack pattern. It's really beautiful. We got a white floor coming in, but it's still work in progress. We should be done with it here in the next couple of days, but this is where a lot of the work's going in here. Obviously still, we gutted the whole bathroom. We're doing new vanity, new toilet. We talked about that in the intro video, but we also did new windows, so that's another addition here. But yeah, majority of the work here is in this primary shower.
So we're in the primary bedroom, and as we talked about before, we love to build out our closets. So we have this all built out. Nothing's painted yet, but yeah, it looks great.
I'll show you guys all the other ones too. All right, so flipping houses is not all grand and awesome. We had a huge problem here with the windows in this house. So 4 of our windows got measured completely wrong, 4 inches off to be exact. So you can see here we have one that isn't fixed and then one that is fixed. So our guys had to figure out a way to actually work with what we got. It took 3 weeks for these windows to come in, and in 3 weeks this project's going to be completely done, so we couldn't wait on new windows. What we ended up doing was we took this ledge here, raised it up 4 inches, and then just replaced all the siding here. So kind of a pain, ended up costing us about $500 to $800 in siding and material labor costs. It's really kind of sucks, but what do? You know, whenever you're flipping houses, it's about time. You have to get these things done quick.
Yeah, and there's always things that pop up unexpectedly. That's just kind of part of what you sign up for. So, yeah.
Yep, it is what it is. You figure out ways around it. The thing is just to keep moving forward on your projects. Yep. Make sure that people are working and just kind of work with what you got and make it work, and let's go. All right, we're finally here. After 4 long weeks of renovation, welcome to our newest project here in Austin, Texas, Oak Trail.
So here we're walking in the living room, and here's this stone wall that we were kind of deciding what to do with. We didn't want to get rid of it. We ended up doing like a lime wash on it, and I really love how it came out. It brings out like a lot of the character, and it's just part of the original home.
Yeah, lime wash, when you first install it, you just cake it on, and then the next day you have to come back and actually distress it. So we saw it first after it was caked on. This is the first time we've done this, so we had like a mini panic attack when we first saw it, thinking that that was gonna be the end product, but I mean, the next day we came back, you know, we were trying to develop a plan of what to do, and turns out it just turned out like this. Beautiful. We're so happy that we did it. We're so happy we finally got to see how lime wash really turns out too.
Right, it's definitely one of my favorite features of the home.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna be doing this a lot more.
This is the biggest transformation of the entire house. We have the Peninsula Island. I'm so glad we took out this entire wall here.
We were planning on keeping the wall up to about right here, where the dishwasher is installed. So thankful that we took it out. It made all this workspace for whenever you cook, but not only that, like it opened it up with the rest of the house, allowed all that natural light to filter in, really turned out great, and Sarah just crushed it with the colors.
Yeah, I absolutely love how this like sagey green came out on the cabinets, and we warmed it up with the champagne bronze hardware. Love the backsplash, how it came out. We have this really pretty like golden alto quartz that we did.
Everything's like fitting that mid-century vibe, right? Like it just through the whole house, everything's fitting that like California, deserty, mid-century vibe.
Yep.
And just like everything ties in so perfectly. Sarah did an incredible job.
Yeah. Okay, here, the dining room. Another one of my favorite features, these beams. We took the original beams like we had talked about before, and we just wrapped them in cedar, put a satin finish on them, and they just came out incredible.
Yeah, this is easily my favorite feature of the house. This cedar has like this beautiful orange tint to it that it naturally has. And we decided to just leave it as is, not stain it, just put a clear lacquer over it, make sure we brought out that original color. And boy, it just like warmed up this space so much.
Yep.
Yeah, it turns out awesome.
All right.
Let's talk about the laundry room.
Laundry room. So we talked a lot about the door was originally in this location, but we wanted to add it to the square footage of the home. So we did a door here to access it from the garage in the kitchen. So this is just like now so much more functional. I ended up not doing a dark moody color in here, just because I felt like it would conflict with the other cabinet colors that we did in the kitchen and in here. So I ended up just going like a white color, just like the rest of the house. I'm glad I did.
Yeah, it turned out great. Added HVAC in this room. I want to say this is probably somewhere around 80 square feet or so. Didn't really cost that much money to enclose, and we really made it flow with the rest of the house. So the step allows it to flow really good. Tile flooring just makes it look like a part of the house, and like I said, we added so much value just doing this, so super valuable to do whenever we sell this house.
Yep. Okay.
Next up.
A last minute decision that we decided to do. There was a lot of like hall closets in this house, and we didn't need all those closets. We have one right behind that is actually really big. We didn't need it, so we decided to take this hall closet and convert it into like a just mudroom drop space.
Yeah, I was skeptical about this because like, I mean, it's a closet, right? Like it looks like a closet, but after we, Sarah had this vision for it, and I just, trusted her, decided to go with it. Once we started taking off like the closet hardware and everything and actually built it out, it looks built in. Like it looks like it was meant to be here. I don't think anybody would actually know it's a closet unless you knew it was a closet before.
Right.
So like it flows so great with the house.
Yeah.
Sarah's inspiration for this like really was awesome.
And just to kind of keep it cohesive with the rest of the home, we decided to paint it the same color as the kitchen cabinets. So
Yeah.
we just added some wall hooks, and I'm so happy with how this turned out.
Yeah, totally. Trust your designer. It always works out good. All right, let's do the guest bathroom.
So here, the sheetrock shelving, which I'm just in love with. I love how these turned out. We have the white oak vanity. We added this double sink. The mirrors, the lighting looks so great. Terrazzo floors. And we did this accent feature on the back wall here.
The uniqueness and like switching up the patterns too, it just makes it look so custom, just doing something different. You know, a lot of people, they just do really basic things in the guest bathrooms especially, but we feel like this adds like a custom touch that just most houses listening to the market aren't gonna have. So, you know, puts us ahead of the competition and just really turned out awesome.
Okay, take you guys. Let's go into this guest bedroom here. So really just like standard new baseboards, all trim work, new fan, flooring, and we always, for our closets, build out these custom closets. So yeah, storage is key.
Yep, it's kind of like the same treatment in most of our guest bedrooms, you know, paint, floors, trim, fixtures, build out the closets, and you call it a day.
Yep.
These turned out really good, just really crisp with the colors. I think Sarah did a great job with the colors as well, especially with these like mid-century modern fans. Everything turned out really good, but yeah, just standard treatment.
It's always something to keep in mind too, when you have lower ceilings, especially in bedrooms, do like a brighter white. I feel like the light coming from the natural light from the windows just helps reflect and just makes the space feel bigger. So that is something I always keep in mind.
Definitely. Hall closet here, full custom shelves. This is something that we're like known for, is to do these super custom closets. So you can see how that turned out. Most houses really, especially, ignore their hall closets. We feel like it's so important just to have enough storage in a home.
Yes. Okay.
Into the primary.
The primary suite. I love when we have staging come in too, because you can really just get a feel for each space. And yeah, just kind of same thing, standard design, same floors and
paint, trim, floors, baseboards, you know, ceiling fan, yeah, just standard treatment. But the primary bathroom is where it all comes together.
It sure is. So I love how this came out. We ended up doing like this charcoal subway tile in the shower. I just feel like it kind of goes with like that masculine, like moody, mid-century vibe. Same terrazzo floors as the guest bathroom, and then another white oak vanity. So I just absolutely love like all the finishes of how this all came together. Yeah,
bringing in the masculine touch that like flows with the rest of the house is just like so, it just ties it all together. But it doesn't look like it's not supposed to be here either. I don't know, it's something Sarah brought in. just turned out awesome.
Yeah. Okay, so the exterior of this home didn't really need much. The previous owners had just painted the siding, so we felt like it was good to just keep what was already there.
Yeah.
We actually left that paint color. I'm not a big fan of painting stone on an exterior unless it's a dark color. So we just felt like leave what was already there. We changed the front door, we changed the post on the front, we changed all the windows, all the back doors, and
just kind of let it roll. Like we changed the roofing, that was definitely one that was a big one. But like when we brought in that black roofing to the iron ore paint color, which we love iron ore already, it just kind of like all tied together so well. There was really no need to change it.
Yeah, we added new landscaping and honestly just felt like a new house.
Yeah, it felt like a new house from the outside. That's all that it really needed. There was no other better way to improve it. So we just put a new fence up and called it a day. So let's talk numbers on this deal, right? Like where did we buy it at? How much did this renovation cost? Because obviously you guys see, we like totally transformed this house. So what does that even cost? And then what do we plan to sell it for in the back end? So we bought this house for $345. Seems like a lot. Austin market's kind of crazy, and we're in a really great location in the center of Austin. So it was really a good deal. It was just a few blocks over from another house that we did. So we picked it up at $345. The renovation all in cost us about $90,000. So we spent a little bit more than we wanted to. Not a ton more. We just went a little bit over budget, but we felt like, you know, with the green cabinets and the gold alto quartz, like it was just really worth it, especially whenever you see the end product. Like we couldn't have done anything differently. It would have taken away from the design of the house. Everything blends so seamlessly. In this market, it's really gonna go well. We feel like it was worth the extra cost. Resale, We're listing it this week, $530,000. So buy for $345,000, $90,000 in, resell at $530,000. See what happens. Hopefully the market takes it pretty good. We're expecting it to fly off pretty quick, so
Yeah.
fingers crossed, and we can move on to the next one.
So this is the first video we've ever done like this. If you like what you see, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and
Stay tuned for the next one.
Yeah.
Flipping houses throughout Central Texas, so be sure to follow us along in the journey as we restore Austin, Texas.
yeah.